he said, every time you experience a season of challenge, he has already provided a door of escape. That's his word. He said, I'm not going to allow you to avoid it. I'm not going to allow you to walk away from it, because he says this, that in the midst of it, there is purpose in it. Sometimes it's hard for us to understand that. That's why the book of Ecclesiastes, I taught that a while ago about, in chapter 3, he said there's a time and a season of purpose for everything under the sun. A time to weep and a time to laugh. We love the seasons of laughing, but we don't like the season of weeping. But in the midst of that, God stands in the middle of that. And at the end of that, he says, because the purpose of it is to put eternity in the hearts of men. Which means this, to have us to understand that after this life, there is something else that we are going to step into. And the things that we challenge us, God said, it has a purpose in it to bring us unto that. So, as my wife kind of alluded to earlier, there are times where we are challenged, not because of anything that we have done, it's because where God desired to take you and I. And part of the process is this, is that God has to take a season to build you up, to get you to see what he has placed inside of you, and to get you to see the greatness that he has placed in you. And that he has placed greatness in you, that he says this, before you were born, I meticulously put it in you. But what's in you is what's causing your trouble. I know that's hard for you to believe. But what is in you is what's causing your trouble. Because the enemy is trying to stop you from getting into the things that God has created for you. But as the church like to say, and as the old church used to love to say, the devil is a liar. Amen. Amen. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and get back into the word. Deontay, I know I didn't tell you to put this up, but put Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. I want to read that. And then go ahead and get the video ready to play. I'll let you know. I'm going to open up. I'm going to speak prophetically first, and then I'm going to get into the message. We're going to cover 1 Corinthians chapter 14 today. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 today. I'm trying to bring balance because I'm going back between Wednesday and Sunday. And what we're doing is that I'm trying to not backtrack too much, because I know that everybody who appear Wednesday is not here Sunday, because some people on our Wednesday night are not members, so but they chime in and stuff. So as I begin to get into this, I want to speak prophetically a little bit first for a moment. Amen. Amen. And it's good to see the doctor here this morning, because she is part of the ones, the men and women of God who God has used to speak prophetically concerning our times and seasons. So I want to first get into this a little bit first, and then I'm going to get into the word. Amen. Deontay, if you could get the video ready, and I want to play this. And actually, the woman of God that just walked in, or one, like I said, one of the voices that, one of the several voices that God has used to speak into this. So if you can play, I'm going to play a quick snippet of a 3-minute video that was on the news. I want you to listen to this. Then we're going to, then I'm going to speak prophetically concerning times and seasons. Then I'm going to get into the message. Turn it up a little bit.
Reported 30 of its state water systems faced a coordinated cyber attack last week. Now, since then, local authorities in New Jersey, South Dakota, and Georgia have all said they faced similar attacks. Additionally, North Carolina says it said the port system was also attacked. I want to bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Skanga. Nicole, what are you learning about the hacks today?
Yeah, this is a growing concern, attacks on America's water and wastewater systems. These incidents spreading, as you mentioned, to more states, and CBS News has confirmed that at least a dozen states have been impacted, with officials suggesting that as more and more of these disruptions are discovered, they expect more and more states to come forward. So right now we know about over 30 water utilities in Minnesota, but we also know about a couple of water utilities that have been affected in New Jersey, at least 9 in Michigan, as well as South Dakota and Georgia. In Clayton County, which is a community under Atlanta that serves about 300,000 individuals, there was such a loss in water pressure that they had to have a boil advisory up for several hours. Service was later restored, but still very concerning for that community. Now, as of now, there have been no impact to the drinking water. The drinking water is still safe, but what hackers are doing are essentially accessing remote control capabilities, forcing operators into manual mode. Hackers are targeting these sort of internet connected systems that control or monitor our water and wastewater systems.